You've worked late nights, sacrificed weekends, and poured every ounce of yourself into a promotion you were promised, only to watch it get handed to someone who didn't deserve it. That happened to me. But instead of swallowing the humiliation, I built a plan so devastating, so flawless, that by the time I was finished, the person who stole my promotion didn't just lose their title, they lost their entire career. If you've ever wanted to see justice served on a silver platter, hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because this is one of those revenge stories that proves karma is very real. I had been at the company for 6 years. 6 years of grinding away while others clocked out at 5 sharp. I was the one staying late, fixing disasters, and quietly making my boss look good. My team knew it. The clients knew it. And my boss? He knew it most of all. So when the vice president position opened, I thought, finally. My moment. He even told me during my evaluation. You've earned this. I'll back you all the way. But then came him. Let's call him Ethan. Ethan wasn't just a coworker, he was my boss's golden boy. The kind who knew how to say the right thing at the right time. He wasn't talented, but he was charming. The kind of guy who'd steal your idea, pitch it louder, and somehow get credit for it. When the promotion was announced, I was so sure my name would be called that I was already smiling. Instead, I heard, "Congratulations, Ethan." The room erupted in applause. My hands? Frozen. My chest? Hollow. Ethan smirked across the room at me like he knew exactly what he'd stolen. And maybe he did. At first, I tried to swallow it. Told myself, next time. Work harder. But Ethan wasn't satisfied with just taking the job. He made it his mission to remind me every single day that he was now above me. He'd call me into his office just to nitpick reports I'd written. He'd take my ideas in meetings and present them as his. And the worst? He once leaned back in his chair, smirked, and said, "You should have learned earlier, hard work doesn't matter. Connections do." That sentence burned into my skull. My blood boiled, my palms itched. For weeks, I couldn't sleep without replaying it. And that's when I decided, if he thought connections mattered more than hard work, I'd use his connections to destroy him. I stopped being the silent, reliable worker and started observing. Every move Ethan made, every corner he cut, every lie he told, I wrote it down. Ethan had one fatal flaw, arrogance. He thought he was untouchable. He'd brag openly about shady deals, cutting compliance costs, even inflating numbers to make himself look good to investors. Most people laughed it off. But me? I was building a file. Every late-night email. Every falsified report. Every whispered confession over drinks. I collected them like weapons. And then, I went deeper. I pulled records, double-checked figures, even contacted an old college friend who worked in compliance. Piece by piece, I assembled Ethan's dirty empire. Now here's the beauty, I didn't storm into HR. I didn't run to my boss. No, Ethan's betrayal deserved something bigger. I packaged the evidence into a clean, undeniable report. Anonymous. Bulletproof. Then I sent it, not to HR, but straight to the board of directors and the regulatory body overseeing our industry. The fallout was nuclear. One morning, the office was buzzing. Whispers everywhere. And then I heard it, Ethan had been escorted out of the building. Fired on the spot. But that wasn't the end. Because remember, I'd also tipped off the regulators. A month later, headlines splashed across the news. Executive under investigation for fraudulent practices. Ethan wasn't just unemployed. He was blacklisted. No company in the industry would touch him again. The man who smirked at me across the room now had nothing. And the sweetest part? That VP position reopened. The board didn't even hesitate. They offered it to me. Officially this time. I walked into my new office, sat in the leather chair Ethan once bragged about, and smiled. Not a cocky smile. A satisfied one. Justice wasn't just served. It was served cold. Looking back, I realized something.